Hey guys, today we're going to look at the drain valve on Tecumseh float bowls. You know, it's that thing that leaks all the time. We'll go over how to replace the gasket and also how you can just eliminate the valve completely. The valve seals on spring pressure, so to actuate the valve you press on the button, which compresses the spring and allows fuel to drain out. That button that you press is a retainer. You can see here there's a slot in it. If I hold the valve closed with my thumb on the bottom, you can see how the retainer needs to be moved down to slip it off of that post. But to do that, you need to compress the spring independently of the retainer. We'll need to put some sort of a backer under the float bowl to hold the valve closed. I don't know what this thing is, but it works perfectly. You could use something else like a big socket, anything that will keep the valve closed while we press on the spring. Then I'll use a pick to push down on the spring without pushing down on the retainer. Once the spring is out of the way, we can slide the retainer out through that slot. Once the retainer is removed, be careful not to let that spring yeet out. Now we can just drop the valve out through the bottom. Here you can see the valve and the gasket that's on it. It's not a regular O-ring, it's a special gasket. I'll put the part numbers on the screen. You can buy just the gasket by itself, or a kit that comes with a whole new valve assembly. If you get the whole kit, some of them will come with 2 springs. If not, double up the new spring with your old spring. This will put more sealing pressure on the gasket and hopefully reduce the chance of leakage. To reinstall that retainer, we're going to need something to hold that spring down. You can probably do this with your hands, but a tool will make it easier. I'm going to use the hose remover tool that I talked about in a previous video. You just need something to hold the spring down while you're sliding the retainer back on. Now that it's back on, the valve is working as normal. It'll probably start leaking in a couple years again. What I do on mine is eliminate the valve completely. The valve isn't necessary. It's a nice idea, but a poor implementation. You can get float bowls without the drain valve. In fact, the float bowl is cheaper than buying a new valve. If you're dropping the float bowl to replace or eliminate the valve, you might as well pick up a needle and seat kit and do a quick and dirty carb rebuild. If you look at my Craftsman snowblower video, I show how to do that. I also have a video on installing a fuel shutoff valve. What you want to do at the end of the season is shut off the fuel and run the engine dry to keep the carb from gunking up. Sure, there'll be a tablespoon or so of fuel left in the float bowl, but you can always just drop the float bowl again if you're intent on getting that last drop out. So that's it for this video. I just wanted to document how I deal with those drain valves. Be sure to check out my channel for more small engine videos. See you later. Bye.